Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop my next one. I am going to do a Jussie Smollett update. It has been a while since I talked about this case, and my question was, did he ever go back to jail? So I'm definitely about to update you guys with all the information I could find as I've been researching this story, and this is quite a wild ride. So I'm going to give you guys a refresher, and then I'm going to come back with my commentary.
Not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that.
The former Empire TV show star remained defiant after hearing his sentence. He stood up from the defense table and spoke directly to Judge James Lynn. Smollett had declined to address the court during the 5-hour hearing. Judge Lynn said Smollett's decision to orchestrate the hate crime read like a bad movie script. He ripped Smollett for doubling down on his lies. He told Smollett, "You destroyed your life." Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown wrote a letter saying Smollett's actions hurt real hate crime victims. Letters of support came from the Reverend Jesse Jackson, NAACP, and Black Lives Matter leaders. Smollett claimed in January of 2018 two men attacked him. He told police they put a rope around his neck, poured bleach on him, and yelled homophobic slurs. Police then accused Smollett of staging the crime in order to advance his career. A Cook County jury agreed, finding Smollett guilty of 5 counts of disorderly conduct in December.
All right, you guys got that information. I just want to give you guys a refresher. It has been a long while since we talked about Jussie Smollett. In fact, I believe it's been over a year, and that is just about as long as he's been out. He has actually been out for a very long time. I personally did not think it would take this long. Let me just refresh you guys on what Jussie was actually convicted of. He was convicted of five of six counts: telling a police officer he was a victim of a hate crime, telling an officer he was a battery victim, telling a detective he was a hate crime victim, telling a detective he was a battery victim, telling a detective again he was a battery victim, and he was found not guilty of telling a second detective he was aggravated battery victim. This is what he was found guilty of, and he was sentenced to 150 days in jail, as well as like $120,000 fine, I believe. Now I'm going to get into the updated information I could get researched, and again, hit the thumbs up on this video. So the attorneys, and this is according to the LA Times, attorneys for the 40-year-old actor did file an appellate brief and argument in Illinois' First District Appellate Court to grant Smollett a new trial with a new judge, arguing that the trial court committed reversible error when processing his case, and it was excessive in sentencing. His lawyers, excuse me if I don't say this right, Niana Yush and Heather Whittle, argued that the renewed prosecution, a second indictment of Smollett, and additional punishment violates the actor's due process rights, in part because of binding non-prosecutionary agreement was not enforced and that Smollett was subjected to double jeopardy. They also took issue with the controversial appointment of a special prosecutor in that case. Now, according to this information that I'm getting from not just the LA Times, but other sites, they are saying that shortly after, or actually a few months after he was released, his lawyers actually filed 5 extensions as to why his sentence should be reduced, etc., etc. So it was basically granted continuance while he was still out. As of right now, Jussie Smollett is actually still out pending another court hearing, but the briefs have finally been filed in court. Yet, as of right now, no date has been set to actually go to court concerning the briefs that were finally filed after 5 extensions. So, in the meanwhile, what I'm gathering from this information is that He is still out. I believe that they are doing the probationary part of his sentence right now. So he actually can travel for work if anybody would hire him. That's a whole different video. And they're saying that he actually did make his own movie. I'm trying to get some information on that. Um, and I think he directed in it. I don't know if he starred in it or financed it. I do have to get more information about that. And like I said, right now he is still out. He is not in jail, and no, um, and he is, like I said, free until the judge rules on these briefs that were filed. And the crazy thing about this is, had he served his 150 days, he would have actually been released from jail by now. In fact, he would have been out of jail for a while. And as you guys know, again, that jail sentence was handed down to 150 days, which he only served 6 days of. Was meant to be a part of Jussie Smollett's first 30 months of felony probation and, paying the restitution. But like I said, you guys, this is a whole hot mess concerning Jussie Smollett. But, he is, again, privy to due process. He obviously could afford really good lawyers to get him out after 6 days after he was sentenced. And like I said, there's really nothing else really pertinent going on with this outside of him being out. Let me see some probationary information that I'm getting from these sites is basically, the obvious stuff, where he can and can't work at. Um, like, if he tries to travel to specific states for work, he has to file that with the courts. So he is being monitored, but looking at what he's being monitored with, he does seem to have a lot more of a freedom versus, other people that may be in this type of situation, having, maybe not as much access to money or high priced lawyers. The prosecution in this case is very disappointed with him being let out. I mean, that's obvious. And his legal team is actually actively still trying to get this case dismissed because they do believe he was unfairly prosecuted in the first place. So, like I said, he was convicted in late 2021, I believe in December, and he was let go 6 days later, and he's actually been out for a while now. So this case definitely has a lot of ups and downs. However, I don't know if he will ever get his status back the way he had it. I really thought he was excellent on Empire, and it's really sad because I do believe in my heart that Jussie definitely would have gotten a lot more parts and things like that had he not done this. This was completely shocking, but like I said, we're just gonna have to wait to see how this plays out, and they're gonna have to come up to court eventually, because this has literally been over a year now, and I'll just keep following this case. So, just to hit, my points again, he has not been sent back to jail yet. He is currently out. He has been out since he was released after only serving 6 days. If the judge decides against them during this appeal process, he will definitely have to go back and finish the other, 144 or 43 days or whatever that he needs to serve. Tell me what you guys think about Jussie Smollett. This is your update. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, be safe. Bye, guys.